Today I'm down at the Finer Details in Danville, Indiana, checking out the nearly completed restoration on this beautiful 1970 Dodge Challenger TA. The car was restored back to its original color, FJ6 Green Go. That's one of the high-impact colors for 1970. One thing I love about this Challenger is that it has white interior. As a kid, I would have hated it, but now I'm crazy about any old muscle car with a colored interior. It was so common to have black inside these cars, so when you see this, it's probably rare and could be a low production vehicle. It really contrasts nicely with that Green Go paint job. Taking a closer look, you can see this is a standard dash car. Does not have the rally dash with tack, and it has those ribs in it that's only on the Challenger. It didn't come on the Cuda like that. This car is still waiting for its restored steering wheel and horn pad. And if you look down there, it has its original AM radio. This car is a very desirable 4-speed car with the legendary pistol grip shifter. Some of you are probably asking, why are there 2 seatbelt buckles on each seat? Well, one was for your lap belt, and the other would be for the shoulder belt that's mounted up on the ceiling overhead. Here's one of the toughest looking hoods ever, the N94 fiberglass snorkel hood. This one is finished in the correct Organisol black. That's a textured black that sort of feels like a nice rough shark skin. You remove the hood pins and lift the hood right up. There's no hood latch on these fiberglass hoods. Now we're going to take a look at the legendary 340 6-pack engine. This 1-year only engine option came standard on TA Challengers and AAR Cudas. The 340 6-pack had 3 Holley 2-barrel carburetors stacked on top of an aluminum Edelbrock manifold. Factory rated at 290 horsepower at 5,000 RPMs and 345 foot-pounds of torque at 3,400 RPMs. They were definitely underrated, and some saved by almost 50 horsepower. You'll notice this engine has overspray down on those exhaust manifolds. See the orange? When these engines were painted at the factory, those exhaust manifolds were attached to the motor, so they got orange overspray like that. It's not a mistake, and it's not being sloppy, but that's the way you do it if you're doing a concours-style restoration. Yes, that will definitely burn off over time, but when the car is showed for the first year or two, it should stay on there for a little while. Some people just paint them cast gray. There's no right or wrong way of doing this, but guys that go for this concours look will definitely add the overspray like that. Some people hate it, some people love it. And that little piece of tape was definitely put there from the factory. Another nice detail is the blackout treatment of the core support. You can see the black paint coming through the top on the core support. It's sprayed across the front, so you don't see any of that green body color coming through the front grille. To top off the stock looking engine compartment, a restoration battery will be added later. And now finally a quick look at the back of the car, where we will go inside the trunk and look for a few details that are going to be added before this restoration is complete. The car's original Space Saver spare tire will be mounted here in the back of the car. It will also have the original air filler bottle and jack base mounted on top of it. In the driver's side rear quarter panel, the bumper jack and tire iron will also be mounted. If you look closely, you can see the factory undercoating. There's a little cutout section here where they mask it off. That way it won't get in the way of the marker lights being installed on the assembly line. Down below you see the really unique side exhaust with the chrome trumpet tips, only found on the TA Challenger and the AAR Cuda. Also looking below, you'll notice this car has the pinch weld blackout. Old school polyglass tires are wrapped around the original rally wheels with polished trim rings. Pretty soon, this will be another in a long line of beautifully restored muscle cars from the Finer Details. Check out their website at thefinerdetailsinc.com.